This is the ECOVACS DEEBOT T50 Max Pro OMNI Robot Vacuum and Mop. And right off the bat, I have to tell you, the design really stands out. It looks sleek and high-tech, like something that just belongs in a modern living room. The main unit is compact and rounded, rolling easily under my couch and coffee table. And that big OMNI Station gives off a sense that this isn't your average robot vacuum. It actually takes care of a lot of hard work for you. From my experience using it, you can see ECOVACS put real thought into everyday annoyances. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how much a robot vacuum could really cover, or how well it would handle all the mess in a pet-friendly home like mine, but the T50 Max Pro surprised me. One of the key features is the blast airflow tech, which doesn't just focus on suction, but also on moving air efficiently to maximize dust and debris pickup. So basically, it can suck up dust, hair, and tiny crumbs, but also get deep into the carpet fibers, leaving things actually clean, not just looking clean on the surface. Another thing I noticed quickly is the TrueEdge 2.0 tech. Now, for someone who gets frustrated cleaning those little dust bunnies that gather in corners and right along the baseboards, this is a big deal. The vacuum isn't just circling in the open spaces, it extends its side brush and mop, so it really scrubs right into corners and along walls. I have laminate and tile in most rooms, and it hugged those edges every time. For pet owners and folks with long hair, the ZeroTangle 2.0 is a lifesaver. I've owned enough vacuums that choke on long strands and pet fur, turning bristles into a knotted mess, and I'm happy to say the design here cuts down that problem a lot. It keeps the brush clear, so I don't have to stop and cut hair out every week. Let's talk about the mop, because this is where I hesitated initially. Some robots drag a wet cloth, leaving streaks or sometimes wetting the carpet. But the T50 Max Pro actually senses when it's on hard floors or carpet. The mop lifts automatically up to 18 millimeters, so when it hits carpet, it won't leave it soggy. This instantly solved my worry about getting my rugs damp every time I set it loose. On hard floors, it gets all those sticky little marks from pets and shoes, and I was honestly surprised how fresh the house smelled after the first cleaning run. Another thing I love is the OMNI Station. If you're new to robotic cleaners, I'll explain. This is basically the robot's base, but on steroids. It does way more than just charge the vacuum. The station runs hot water mop washing and drying, automatically empties the dustbin, and can even refill the water tank for the mop. And once the mop pad gets dirty, the unit will wash it in the station, then dry it with hot air, so there's no mildew smell over time. For someone busy who doesn't want to touch dirty mops or empty a bin every day, that's a huge win. The navigation is one of those areas where I was skeptical. The T50 Max Pro uses laser mapping and a special AIVI 3D 3.0 obstacle avoidance system. What that means for a regular user is, it doesn't crash into random socks, toys, or wires left out. The app shows a live map as it cleans, and after the initial setup, which took me a bit of reading and trial, now the robot knows my house layout and rarely gets confused, even around tight furniture or through doorways. One thing that makes this model really stand out is the live monitoring camera. I wasn't sure I'd use it, but now I can use the app to see what's happening in my home in real time when I'm away, check to see if my dog is okay, or just make sure the house looks good after a clean. There are even voice call options, so I can talk through the robot if I really need to. App control is something I always look for in a smart device. The ECOVACS app makes it straightforward. I can set routines, schedule cleanings, or just see what the vacuum is doing. There are options to drive it manually, or tell it to patrol certain points. And for those wanting even more automation, the T50 Max Pro is Matter compatible, which means it'll work with Alexa or Google Home through a future update. Voice control is always nice to have, and you can trigger cleaning runs or check status without touching your phone. There are some things to keep in mind though. Setting the map was a little confusing at first, especially adjusting the points for live monitoring. The manual was detailed, but I had to go through it carefully. For big houses, battery life is decent, around 200 minutes on a full charge, which is more than enough for average apartments or moderate two-bedroom homes. But if you have a giant place, it will need to recharge and finish the job in 2 rounds. I also noticed that the unit itself is pretty hefty when you take the OMNI Station into account, not something I'd want to carry up and down stairs regularly. Just to get a little personal here, I was definitely skeptical at first. There are so many robotic vacuums promising to make cleaning hands-free, but few deliver on actual convenience. For someone like me, always battling pet hair and random crumbs, This is the first one that genuinely reduced my cleaning time and the amount of fussy maintenance I have to do. It also runs pretty quietly, so I can let it clean while I'm watching TV or working from home, and the kids can nap without being disturbed. I'd recommend this for busy people who want to keep the place clean without thinking much about it. Pet owners tired of sweeping up fur, or anyone who wants smarter tech to help with everyday chores. If you're new to these kinds of devices, don't be put off by the setup. It did take a bit of time to figure out all the controls and how to use the app most efficiently. But once everything was up and running, it actually got easier, and the robot seemed to get smarter with each cleaning as it learned the layout. In conclusion, the ECOVACS DEEBOT T50 Max Pro OMNI Robot Vacuum and Mop packs a lot into one product. It's a smart vacuum and mop, a mini home monitor, and a true helper for keeping the place looking clean with minimum effort. The daily benefits are real, and having clean floors without constant upkeep is just so much easier. If you found this quick review helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and drop your comments or questions below. I'll be watching and happy to help out with any details. Thank you for watching.